Hello.
And welcome back
to the HNU podcast with your hosts, Himor.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it either. I think we're going to cut that. I don't know. It's your host, Himalay, and...
Urvashi.
Yes. If you're new, welcome. If you've been listening, welcome back.
Yes.
I think I've said that already. Let's keep moving on. If you can, you know what? I think we should just scrap saying the like and the subscribe stuff. Forget it. Subscribe stuff, forget it.
Honestly, do what you want, guys.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy.
Yes.
Well, we hope.
We hope you enjoy.
Okay, so FOMO versus JOMO. First of all, what the hell is JOMO?
Okay. So, straight into it. FOMO is fear of missing out, which many people know. But there's also JOMO, which is the joy of missing out.
Okay.
And you can have both for different people, different circumstances, things like that. Like things you didn't want to go to in the first place and you ended up not going, you'll get joy of missing out. Like, you know, the days when you just want to stay home or like, I don't know, just, or you don't get invited to something and you just don't care because you don't like the people going, things like that. But yeah, so you can get the joy of missing out, but a lot of people get the fear of missing out a lot more because obviously you want to be there, especially for your family and your friends.
Right.
Yeah. But
okay, so the joy of missing out.
Yes.
No, I see that. Because you do get joy when you don't want to do something and then last minute the other person backs out. And you're like, oh, fucking yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's also like, it helps when you know with that person you're going to reschedule and you're going to see them eventually.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's like the joy of missing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm guessing because you didn't know what it was, I feel like you get FOMO more than JOMO.
I did when I was at school, but I don't have FOMO no more. Because I can't be everywhere all at once. So
yeah,
there's going to be things I'm going to miss out and I've just got to be okay with it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. I feel like I've evolved into having JOMO more than FOMO. Like, I feel a lot more joyous. So I thought you might turn up.
Yeah, no, I thought that as well. But look, this is what it does. Look how stupid it looks.
No wonder why even your thing is just not working.
Okay, there you go. We good.
But yeah, it's been a process, but now I get happy when I feel the joy of missing out. There's an event going on, I don't want to go, not being invited, awesome, I love it. I'll just do things on my own or with my family.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's that. That's FOMO, that's JOMO.
Alright, being left out in siblings. Do you feel like you get left out a lot?
Oh, 100%.
Why? How?
I have 2 older brothers. Also, guys, my eyes are watering, but I'm not emotional. I promise you.
No, she's crying all day.
I just woke up from a nap, so bear with me, please. Now it really looks like I'm about to cry.
No, it's okay.
No, having 2 older brothers. Obviously, they were born first. They are brothers, and brothers have a completely different bond to brothers sisters. I get that. I do. But sometimes it is frustrating as the youngest one. Like, even just, I don't know, it's like, okay, that's territory. That's their territory, you know? It's like the boys, like, you know? Like, even with the cousin brothers, though. Like, all of you, like, have your own things, the boys, and I respect it. All the girls respect it. But at the same time, we all have that little hint of, like, kind of wish I was a guy so I could experience that as well.
But you kind of have now, like, growing up, you know, getting older, and we're starting to include you guys into a lot more stuff.
Yeah, especially like after we turned 18. That's when we kind of low-key like half join the boys club. Yeah. And be part of conversations and we're like, why are we here? This is a guy's conversation.
You guys have got one foot in now.
Yeah. But then we know, well, it will never fully get through that door. Like, that's fully your guys' territory.
Yeah, but it's entirely up to you if you want to or not. It's not like we're going to say no.
Yeah. No, but you know when you get this...
You guys might feel like you're left out, but we've not done that purposely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just natural for you guys to, you know, like, just assume, like, it's the brothers and things. And for us, it's also natural to be like, hey, yeah, nah, that's their thing. Like, we don't want to overstep and things like that. But also, it's like we respect it because we have our own girls thing as well. And I'm sure there's been times when one of the guys has been like, okay, well, I wonder what they're doing now. Like, but there's no catch-up thing, you know?
Not really.
No?
Because we just don't think about that thing. That those kind of things. We're doing our thing.
Fair enough.
Separate.
Plus, you speak to everyone individually anyways, with the girls, I mean. But
yeah, I do my little catch-up sessions. which
Yeah.
is nice.
That is cool that you have that relationship with each of us. But I speak for myself when I say I get this feeling and I know when I'm not wanted somewhere.
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself, why are you doing this to yourself? You know you're not wanted here, so just back up. Like, relax.
Yeah.
You're not wanted somewhere. Why are you forcing it, you know? Like, it has to be a natural, it has to be reciprocated. So when I catch myself in them situations, or when I'm part of a conversation and I know, like, this is a private conversation, why am I here? I'll just leave. I'll just be like, all right, peace, guys, you carry on. I'm going.
That's good, though, to have that. Otherwise, some people just let it eat themselves up and stay in the same situation or wherever they are.
No, I'll just be like, no, it's fine. They're doing their own thing. This is how it is.
Yeah.
Just go. And if you're needed, they'll call you. Right. If not, it's fine. Just go hang out with your mother.
Yeah, go.
Somebody who will always need you.
Go sit down.
Fuck you. Go sit down.
Yeah, that's where everyone usually sits down. All the mums and that. Usually in like functions and that.
Okay, on the floor at Qatar's, yes. But when you're at someone's house...
I'm not about Qatar's. I'm on about like house stuff with families.
Oh no, then it's always the women who end up in the kitchen just standing up. Or sitting down if they have place to sit. But yeah. Okay. And then the men are all in the living room, hugging the TV. Great.
Yeah, actually. Especially in Indian households, that's when it usually happens.
Yeah.
But it's kind of changing.
Yeah, I mean, us girls have already said it. It's got to start with our generation. And you guys have all said as well, like, this is double standards is such bullshit. We need to, like, you know...
Facts, man.
Have it so that we're all equal and we all sit. And now we've all started to do that. We all, like, all the cousins are in a room. Like, you know, we're all chilling, we're all chatting, regardless of gender, all of that. But most of the time, it's still times when it's like, okay... Clearly, all the men are here watching cricket or football, and none of the women want to do that.
I think that's just the older generation still. They're still there. They're still trying to grasp onto something that is slowly dying, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's still a lot of things to get done, a lot of steps to take to make things better, but at least we're moving, and progress is progress at the end of the day.
We've definitely evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's to do with us and how we grew up.
Yeah, 100%.
We're very lucky to be growing up where we are.
100%. Very grateful. It's like we've also been given the opportunity to give different perspectives to, like, our parents, to let's say, or, like, anyone, really.
No, I think we just had to grow up and had to understand our parents' situation growing up and how they grew up and how they how they parent us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they only know how to parent off of just what their
they've
parents
seen.
did,
Yeah, it's
and also what they've learned along the way, I guess.
It's the quote, you're the product of your own environment. I'm pretty sure you're the one that said that.
I think. I don't know. It wasn't me. I'm not claiming that because I've read it somewhere. But...
No, of course. But I mean, like, I think I heard that from you. You're the product of your own environment. But, yeah, and that's simply what it is.
Yeah.
And me realising half of this is probably going to get cut out.
Why?
We'll see in editing. Anyways.
I think it was fine. Does the gender make a difference? Why do you put that down?
When I ask you that question, what pops in your head? Does the gender make a difference?
Well,
like, what actually goes through your head?
I just think it's a nonsense question, first of all.
Okay, after that?
No.
That's your answer.
But I'm only thinking of it in terms of, like, my perspective when you say that, right? I'm putting a scenario of, let's say I want to start a conversation with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Does gender make a difference? No. I'll talk to anyone.
Okay. You're very open like that. That's good.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
But that's in that scenario. I guess there's a lot of things that I'm not clued up on, so I won't say anything about it.
Okay. Right. Okay, in that aspect, yeah, I believe that gender doesn't make a difference. Like, it shouldn't.
Okay.
I'm going to say it shouldn't, because for a lot of people it does.
Just talking.
Talking, getting to know them, whatever. But the way I phrased that question, it was like a little tag along with the previous question, which was, do I feel left out in siblings? And then I had, does the gender matter within relationships? But I'm glad we were able to say that about gender, that it doesn't matter. Like, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't matter. I'd talk to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, to some people it still does.
Yeah, like, why is it... That's the reason why it's the first thing that pops up. Why is that why is that even a question? That's just a nonsense question, because...
Yeah. But now that I put it in perspective.
Yeah, but I understand why you wanted to write it down.
Yeah. So do you think within the relationships, within the cousins, within that aspect of it, do you think gender makes a difference?
No, I think it's to do with the fact that there's an age gap.
Yes.
Not to do with that
I agree.
gender.
Yeah.
Okay. Feeling obliged to do something and being forced. I'm sure that you wanted them to be together.
Yeah.
Okay, so where were you going with this?
Okay.
Because I want to see your perspective, why you wanted to write down.
I put it down as in, like, when you feel something, and I know that you've been a big, like, I'm going to say the word ambassador. You've been a big, like, no, I'm going to say advocate. You've been a big advocate for sometimes your feelings can deceive you. Right?
Yeah.
And your why has to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're feeling a certain type of way, like, for example, the gym, which we always bring up because you love your workouts.
Yeah.
When you feel like you're obliged to do it, do you have to remind yourself, like, this, like, the why? Like, I'm not obliged to do this. I want to do this. I have to remind myself I want to do this. Versus feeling like you're forcing yourself to do it.
You're always going to feel like you're forcing yourself to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. That's something that you can't get past until you do it so often that it starts to feel more of something you want to do rather than something you have to do. Because at the start, it'll feel like you have to do it.
Okay. I see that. And also the words forced and obliged, do you think they kind of go hand in hand? Are they, like, coerced with each other? Or...
What's the definition of that word? Because I don't know. I don't know.
Feeling obliged is like you have to do it. Feeling forced is like almost you're telling yourself you have to. I guess they're kind of the same. They're kind of similar in a way, yeah. So, yeah, that's why I use that example, because that just...
I don't know, it just sounds more formal when you say obliged, whereas forced is forced and obliged is like...
Unless obliged is like, okay, you know what, I need you to...
Let's look it up.
You look it up. Guys, we're educating ourselves.
Yeah, we educate ourselves. Speak to the people.
Okay, so I think oblige is also, like, not forced, but, like, when you oblige, it's like you were kind of influenced to do it, and then you said yes. Or you were forced to do it, and then you just went along with it, kind of thing. But we're about to find out. Yes. Bear with us.
Make someone legally or morally bound to do something.
Oh, legally or morally?
Yeah. It also says, do as someone asks or desires in order to help or please them.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
they don't really go hand in hand.
They're not the same thing then.
Yeah.
Because obliged is a moral or legal thing.
Or if you do it to please someone.
Yeah, I guess so, because let's say you want to... let's do a small task, for example, a little chore.
Washing the dishes.
Mum's to ask you to, wash the dishes, for example.
Or you.
Or me.
Yeah.
And do I feel forced to do it, or am I obliged to do it? You'd be more obliged, morally. Mum's asking me to do it, I should just go and do it.
Yeah.
I'm not being forced to do it. Because I don't think I could be forced to get to the freaking...
do the dishes now.
Dishes. Even though she does scream, it's like, no, it's game over. Does that happen to you lot? Where, do you know when you're just about to wash the dishes, and then your parent says, or someone says, oh, wash the dishes, you instantly, I instantly don't want to do it.
It like puts you off.
I was going to do it, but you told me to do it. I don't want to do it now.
I wanted to do it because I wanted to do it. And now, you're going to think I did it because you told me to do it.
No, it's not the case. Sometimes I'll hear you say it. Let's say it happens. I don't want to do it no more. I'll come down later, like 10 minutes later. Then I'm like, I wanted to do it, so I'll come down to do it.
But it's funny because she'll never learn. She'll always, whenever you go back to the sink, Mum will always be like, wash the dishes.
She'll do it on purpose now.
Yeah.
Okay. The feeling of hurt.
Yeah, wow, this is so deep. I've just realised how deep this episode is.
The feeling of hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's experienced it in one form or another.
Yeah.
Physical, emotional, mental.
So when you wanted to write this down, but where were you going with this? Feeling hurt in what aspect?
I don't know. I think it was
Anyway.
just a very, like, yeah, any which way it goes, you know? What do you think in your life you've experienced more? Okay, I need some water too. Let's have a water break.
Well, I've experienced more.
Yeah, emotional pain. Well, not pain, it's hurt, isn't it? Emotional hurt, physical hurt, or mental hurt. I don't know what mental hurt is, but I just added it in there.
Mental hurt. I think... Well, I don't know. I think there's only two types. I think there's the physical and then the mental.
What about emotional?
Well, that goes on to mental, right?
I don't think so.
Well,
my
it's more chemical. Actually, I'm done. I don't know what I'm saying now. No, it does go underneath it. Don't try and confuse me.
I need to Google how many types of hats there are. Today's such a learning.
I'm sure there'll be so many if you type it like that. Yeah, no, I think there's two. There's a mentally getting hurt and physically getting hurt. Like mentally could be, to do with the heart and, someone breaks up with you or you're in a techie situation, So, yeah.
Okay. Wow, this has come up with types of pain: acute, chronic,
Yeah, that's all physical.
radicular, and more.
That's physical. But I'm telling you now, it makes sense. There's two. There's a physical, everything around on your body, things you feel on, you move, ouch, that hurts. Or the mental. No one really sees that side.
That hurts.
No one really sees that side, the mental side where you get hurt.
I'm sorry, you've killed me with the move. Oh, ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, the mental. You get hurt. So there's two of them. What was the other one that you said?
Emotional.
You said emotional.
I think your heartbreak one is a very emotional example. Like that's when you feel your heart hurt.
Right.
Like with me, right? I overfeel emotions. I feel personally, and so when I'm watching a show or like a movie and something's happened, like I remember I was listening to like episodes of this story, and her mom was murdered in front of her. Yeah, the car came by, murdered. Irrelevant. Regardless. My heart was like palpitating. I could feel like, when you feel like your heart stretched and you get like heartburn, heart pain. I was feeling all of that while I was just bawling my eyes out. And I didn't know these people. This was just made up characters. And I was just, yeah. This just shows my empathy and how emotional I am.
Yeah, I do get attached to it. But it's like is that from the start? Straight away, or did you get to know the characters?
We got to know the character a bit. We got the background story, and then
I think a lot of people do that when they get involved into into a show.
Yeah.
The show that made me cry the most, on Amazon Prime, This Is Us. What a show! Every episode, for some reason, they would pull a certain way on my heartstrings, and I'd cry because it's so good.
It is. I literally only watched a few episodes when he was watching it downstairs, and I was like, whoa, what is happening? And then he'd fill me in on certain bits.
I had to stop watching it downstairs, just in case I start crying. I was like, no, I need to watch it. I only need to watch it upstairs. Mum walks in. Fucking wrong. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but I feel like you also need to show your vulnerable side sometimes.
I do. By myself. I like that.
I guess, if you want to hide it, that's
no, because then there's other questions that's involved into it. I'm crying because I'm really into the show, not because of everything else.
No.
I know how Mum is. Oh, what's happened?
And then she'll talk to me like, I think Himalay's really upset, I love Mum. It's crazy how mums have a radar, right? When they just know when someone's been crying. Like, they don't even have to look at you. They'll hear a little thing in your voice. They'll just know. You'll walk downstairs and they'll be like,
I'm not surprised. I mean, if your parent has seen you grow.
But it's not even to just her children. Like, this was an old house, your mate came over, and they were, I didn't see a thing. They seemed happy to me.
No, you could tell by the eyes. You could tell when someone's been crying. You look at the eyes, oh yeah, they've been crying.
Fair enough. But Mum just knew.
Yeah, by looking in the eyes. Oh yeah, they've been crying.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not attentive enough.
No, you're not. And you're deaf as well.
Oh, fuck you. I'm attentive enough. I believe in me.
Okay. Well, here's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
As long as your intent on whatever you're doing is good or for the right reasons, then you're good.
Okay.
I think there was a big problem I used to have with not knowing when to set boundaries or how to set boundaries. I didn't know how to. I didn't want to hurt. I was too much of a people pleaser. The thing I changed was, and the big problem I had with my confidence with anything, is I put my confidence on my ability to do things. So the problem with putting your confidence on the ability to do things, if you don't perform well enough, your confidence drops. It's something sometimes you just can't control. Whereas if you put your confidence on your intentions of doing things, I always know that every time I do something, my intentions, I got to make sure that's good before I do anything. My intentions are good. And I know who I am, and I feel like my intentions have always been good with people or with anything that I do. Yeah. And so my confidence is always going to be up. Like, I'm always backing myself. Mm-hmm. I've got to.
Yeah.
You know, when you have big dreams.
Sorry.
Otherwise... Sorry, yeah, what was I saying?
I forgot the last thing you said. But you were talking about how you have to have your intent. You have to put your confidence on your intent.
Your intentions.
Your intentions. Or your intent.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
But yeah. Because if you put it on your ability, then if you don't perform well, you will feel like shit. You'll feel like you've not done enough. And I've never seen it that way. So thank you for that perspective.
Right. Because again, because it just ties in with the selflessness and selfishness. Like, I don't care. Because as long as your intentions are good, even if it's selfish, calm. Let's say there's times where you feel very low, but you've had something planned for a very long time. Now, that's a hard dilemma to be in. I think most people have been in it. Yeah. But if you're really not good and you do go to this thing and you end up just not liking it or enjoying it, well, put the blame on yourself, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say that's on you.
Because you could have just avoided it by being, like, going through the whole, I know we've made plans, man, I'm so sorry, I'm just not, like...
in the right frame of mind.
I'm not in the right frame of mind. Like,
yeah.
Things are going on. I need to kind of be by myself today. But we will link up another time.
100%, yeah.
That's where it changes, you need to... If you made plans with someone anyway, that's what I'm like.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. I mean, that helps knowing that, like, if your intention's always pure. Because I was going to ask you, like, have you ever thought about that? Like, in your life, do you ever think it's like a shift in narrative or anything? But you've just told me that you've realised as long as the intentions are pure and good, then it doesn't matter regardless of what it is, selfish or selfless.
Yeah. And it is techie because sometimes people don't make the best judgments and the intention kind of gets lost along the way.
Yeah. I see that. Wow.
And that's normal. That's normal, I think, especially when there's so many things going on.
I mean, we're all human at the end of the day.
Right.
Unless there's an alien watching. I
think we're all aliens.
I did say that.
I'm a legal alien.
I think that
from
humans
London.
are aliens.
If you've not seen that meme, it's funny as shit.
I've not seen it.
Okay. No, I'll talk to more of them. I know you wouldn't watch it.
Bro, I'm so behind with memes and stuff like that. Like, what's the one that you're always like, it's the old man sitting and he's like this or something, and he's like, I don't know, you're chill like that.
Oh yeah, no, he stands outside. He's in America, and this guy's outside this guy's porch or grass or whatever it's called, and the guy walks up to him and he goes, hey, can you get off my lawn? And then the old man turns around and he goes, and he goes, oh, I didn't even chill like that, man. Dabs him up and walks off. I don't know why. It's such a stupid thing, but it's funny to me.
Yeah.
Thanks for making me
You're very welcome.
do that. Let's move on. Always giving and never receiving.
Yeah.
Why?
Always giving and never receiving.
Why?
I don't know. I put these down to ask him, and he's reading them out and then asking me why.
Then why don't you read them out then? And here you go. There's 2 more left. Here you go. Read it out.
Okay, good. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Okay. Always giving and never receiving. What do you think about that? Or do you not know what? Do you need context?
Well, why did you put it? That's what I want to know. What was your reason? You asked me. You literally just done.
I just said I want to ask you about it.
Yeah, so ask me about it then.
Okay, I just did.
Ask me about it.
I said, what's your opinion on it?
On what? This is just so silly.
On giving and not receiving. Or always giving and never receiving. There you go, I actually read it.
Okay, here's what I actually think. I don't know, it took me time to think. Always giving and never receiving.
Yeah.
If you've always been someone that gives, just gives, and you start to see people taking advantage of that, then you can stop. There's no point going in and doing the whole fucking revenge stuff. Why?
Yeah, you put yourself in that position to
You
do that.
d-
Until you realise, like, oh, this is not worth it.
Unless like it's other stuff that's techie, I don't know. I've never been in that position to like say anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't know the mindset of it.
I mean, when I heard that, I was like, you need to trust the process, right? And believe that, like, I believe what goes around comes around.
Mm.
And I believe in karma. So, your good karma will come, as will the bad karma.
Yeah, but if someone does something dirty to you, do you say, oh, bad karma's going to get them then?
No.
Okay, you just leave it as it is.
I just be like, alright, it's fine. The universe is watching.
Oh, so that's technically you going.
God's watching too.
So that's technically you going, yeah, they'll get what they're getting. You know.
But it's true though, isn't it? Like, if someone's gonna... I mean, it's the same for me though.
I guess you kind of...
It's the same for me. Even if I make a mistake unintentionally,
Mm.
I know for a fact the universe is gonna be like, hey, why you do this for? Here, take this. And then just,
Yeah.
repercussions will occur. But...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a
I just
process.
don't think about that side because if someone's done something dirty to me and and then I try and go after them. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, you said... If someone does me dirty...
You're right.
I'm crying now. Okay, continue.
I don't know what I was saying now.
I'm sorry, that was really
That's what I'm
funny.
saying. If someone tries to do me dirty, then like, okay, you've done me dirty. It's good on you. Alright, good on you. That just means that it says more about you than it says me. I'll be like, okay, cool. Then I could just not see that person ever again.
Okay.
Throughout my life, I don't have to worry or like cry about the whole thing. Obviously, I'll be upset whatever happens, but I don't have to go after him.
Yeah.
Whatever they did me dirty, I will always remember that.
That's true. I did touch on this. You never forget a feeling that someone gives you. When someone gives you feelings. Oh, no. When
Someone gives you feelings. What the hell?
This is your fault.
How is this my fault?
Okay. I was trying to say. When someone makes you feel a certain type of way, it's going to stay with you. When you see that person, if you felt upset by them one time, you might feel a hint of resentment towards that person. But then it's up to you what you want to do with that feeling. If you want to just leave it, if you want to let it linger, if you want to decide to yourself, hey, look, I can forgive but not forget. It's up to you. I slowly got to the whole thing of like, okay, someone's fucked you over. Right, it's happened. You've decided to cut all of them toxic people off.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, they might not even be a toxic person. They might have just done toxic things. Regardless, cut them off, right? I've always chosen, okay, I forgive them, but I'll never forget that. Like, even if I wanted to forget, I couldn't. Like, I won't let myself forget. So, that way I have no animosity towards the people that have done me wrong. Because I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I forgave you for what happened. It's fine. I've spoken to myself over and over and over again. Self-therapy. And I've decided, yeah, it's happened. I'm still alive. I'm cool. It's fine. You're still alive. We can live in this world, in separate parts of the world, and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Exactly.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah. But if there's ever been, like, if I feel that much resentment towards someone, then I have to be like, okay, is this worth it? This is taking up too much of my brain space. Like, it's not, because it's very human to fall into the trap of, oh, victim mentality, like, oh, this happened to me, this, that, and it's very daunting when you are in it, because you're like, oh, I can't believe it, like, and it's the self-pity and all that stuff that comes with the victim mentality. Is like, when you realise that you've been in that, you're like, wow, how was I in that for that long? Or how did I not realise that I was just stuck in this bubble of, like, resentment and, like, animosity towards these people. And I never realised that once you burst the bubble, you're free. Like, okay, you're forgiven, cool. I'm fine. Never see me again. It's fine. And then once I got through that, like, stage, and, like, I was like, okay, wow. A, I was in that for way too long. B, now I don't have to cry about stupid, dumb shit that happened in the past. Now I can move on.
Yeah, but I guess you can, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's completely irrelevant to the question of always giving and never receiving. But back to that, always giving and never receiving. I think there's always a thing of, like, when you're always giving, you shouldn't think about when you're going to receive.
Yeah.
And so when you realise you're always giving, you should be okay with that, even if you're never receiving.
It's a little thing like this, right? So at work, you hear people sneezing around the office. I'll always say bless you, yeah? It's such a small thing. But when I sneeze and no one does it, you'll be, yes, this is my first reaction, right? Because I'm always saying it and no one says it. First reaction, obviously, is, okay. No one said it to me. That's fine, that's fine. But then, even when the next time someone sneezes, I'll still say bless you. Because it's just how I am. So I've always been. Well, I'm going to change the way I am because, like, it's just, it makes no sense.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I do this thing, right? I do lots of things, but this thing is just, every time I sneeze, I always bless myself. I'm like, bless me. Even though there's so much historical context, I don't care. Bless me. Cool. Even if no one's in the room, just bless me. I'll talk to myself, bro. Yeah. I'll tell myself, bless me.
What a strange child.
Does anybody do this? Please let me know somehow. Contact me or comment. Do you salute to magpies? Because this guy, literally dies laughing every time I do it.
Do you know what's mad? I've been testing her. Like, sometimes when we're driving and there's a magpie there, I'll see if she's actually doing it or not. And every time, without fail, she'll salute a magpie. But not the proper salute, like, you know, you're supposed to do this.
Mine, because I'm driving. I'm like really quick, like with it. Like, oh, hey, it's cool. But then, like, I got in my head a bit and I was like, why do we only salute magpies? What about the other birds? What if they feel bad?
Who told you to salute to magpies? What is it for? What, do you think they're secret agents or something?
Song. No, there's a whole song behind it as well. It's like, 2 for a boy, 3 for a girl, something like that. Like, the amount of salutes you do to the magpie.
Who? Where? Where do you get this information from?
Back in school, back in secondary.
Yeah.
There's this one person, bless her heart, she was really sweet. She was like, in music class, we would always see, like, lots of magpies because you know how the windows were. And then, I learned that from her, and I was like, I've never heard this in my life. It's always stuck with me, so I've just been like, ayo, why not? Forget it, hey! So, yeah, it's stuck with me, and I don't care if I look insane.
Hey, each their own, man.
Yeah.
You're not harming me.
I'm very lucky, but I don't know if it's because I salute magpies.
I don't think that's the case, but you keep thinking what you think.
I'm very grateful for my luck, but...
Salute magpies.
Okay. Okay, last one. Listen first before contributing to the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to expand?
No, what do you want to ask me about that?
What do you think about that?
There you go.
That's my
Thank
first
you.
go-to.
What do I think about it? Okay, what do I think about that? Yeah, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You gotta listen more. A lot of people don't listen. They always wanna. I say this a lot, yeah, but more people listen to respond than they do listen to understand.
That mind boggled me for a second. Say that again.
Most people listen to respond, but what they should do is listen to understand.
Okay, I got it that time. The first time I was like, what just happened? Yeah, it's very true. It's it's also like you need to know the intention of the person like that's sharing, like how, like what's the reason for them sharing this? Are they trying to get something off their back? Are they looking for sympathy? Do they need some empathy? Because
Right.
you can have a lot of deep conversations. And then I've noticed sometimes when someone's sharing something personal, and then the other person, instead of saying that, they're like, yeah, I've been through something similar. And then they'll say something. And it's like, great for contributing, but I think that was the wrong time to contribute. Like, you didn't actually understand
But
or take in or respond.
I get what you're saying, because
Yeah.
some people say it like that, but sometimes some people who do that just want to feel a part of the conversation. They don't understand that that's not it wasn't like you said, it wasn't the right time.
It's not the right approach.
Sometimes
and the right
some people
time,
just
yeah.
don't realise that. They just wanted to be a part of the conversation. Be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I do feel like that too. I'm just
Yeah,
letting you
and
know, I
then
do
like
feel
give
like
an
that
example.
too.
Yeah.
But like you said, yeah, sometimes it's not the right
Yeah,
time,
you got
place.
you got to know.
But yeah, it's just some people don't realise that.
Yeah, and then it's just like when you. I don't know if have you ever caught yourself doing that?
What?
Like responding and then seeing like the person's face and be like, okay, wait, hold on, that's not the right time to maybe say that, or maybe I said something wrong, maybe I've hurt the feelings.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I don't know, I can't remember by the top of my head because...
Obviously, yeah, you're not going to just be like, oh yeah, there's this
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time. It's right there.
Yeah, I probably have it a lot of times.
Mm.
I didn't realise it because I wanted to just be involved with the conversation. I just realised my toes just going to be like flow hovering like this. Sometimes I forget we've got a camera on, you know, and then I'll just carry on talking.
I mean, that's good though.
Yeah.
It just shows like it's really natural, innit?
Yeah,
I
'cause-
always have to glance to make sure it's not stopped recording.
I would, that's sort of natural, but
Yeah.
also there were people saying like it feels like we're just having a conversation.
And they're in the room,
they're
with,
in
us.
the room with us.
Yes,
That's cool.
I love that.
That's what I wanted, to be fair.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
Someone told me they've caught themselves trying to respond and be like, oh, wait, hold on, this is a video format. They can't hear me.
You can drop a message. If you do, just drop a message. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, put it in the comments.
Yeah, but yes, that at the end of the topics for today.
That's it.
Ah. Okay, wait. I have a question for you guys. So I have 3 necklaces on, right? He clearly has an opinion. I walk up and I'm like, is this too much? Does it look weird? Not that I actually care. I just want to see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
What did I say?
Okay, so this may seem extra as fuck. I don't care. I like it, so I wore it. And I know I may look a certain type of way. I don't care. I feel like I pull it off. Okay, cool. And then I walk up and see his face.
That's all that matters.
Look at his face!
That's all that matters. Look, you're going to try something, right, that makes you feel uncomfortable, but you want to do it because you just want to try it, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got to not sometimes care for what about... Not sometimes, but you just shouldn't care what other people actually think. Because if you try it and you feel like you're rocking it, fuck it. Just go with it.
Yeah. But yeah.
With that being said, that being said, yeah, 2 Chainz.
Right, guys. Thank you very much for what... I don't know what the hell this was.
No, wait,
but-
what are you talking about? Question of the day.
Oh my goodness. It's the first time I've forgotten about question of the day.
Foolish peasant.
How dare you? Also, shout out to Jenny and to Ree because they watch on a frequent basis.
I don't know who we're doing shout-outs. No, I'm not going to... No, I ain't doing shout-outs. Get out of here.
Shout out to you two for constantly being there for us. I feel like that should have been at the beginning. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, to be fair, you guys watched the end, so thank you.
Okay. Question of the day. Oh. Let me be more official. Question of the day.
Did you just say?
Can you be happy for others?
Yes.
Liar.
Wait, I'm so confused.
What do you mean?
You said, let me make it official. Okay, alright. I hate you. You made me cry.
I literally didn't do anything. I literally didn't do anything.
Okay.
Can you be happy for others? Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a natural instinct for me. I love telling people that I'm proud of them. I noticed, like, I think last year, I had a realization where all the people I've loved, there's just, like, a selected few that I actually tell them, like, every other day, I love you, kind of thing. And so I had this thing in my mind, like, okay, now I want to go and tell the people that I love them. Be like, I love you. Random, drop text, whatever.
Don't say that, though.
But, what?
Like the way you said it?
Oh, no, obviously, yeah, not like that, like, properly. But,
I love you.
I love you.
Oh, God. She's got problems.
Ow. But yeah, and so I did that. After realizing I didn't tell the people that I love them enough, I did, and the responses were really cute. They were like, "Oh my God, you don't have to say it. I already know." And I was like,
"Yeah, it's mad how so many people don't actually know whether some people love them or not." And so I guess it is nice to sometimes hear it actually being said.
Yeah.
Or even in this dropping a random text message sometimes.
Yeah.
Isn't
it? Yeah.
Just appreciating people you have around you.
Honestly. Even just saying, like, I appreciate you. Or, like, I believe in you. I understand you. Just anything, honestly. Sometimes that little bit goes a very long way. Like,
I agree.
Somebody might need that and you may never know that they needed that. So.
Yeah, we were at this. I was in Birmingham yesterday with a friend, and we were in the arcade area, and then we had like one token left. Now, it's such a small thing, but there was a guy, we were like, we're not going to use it, so just give it to someone, innit? We saw this guy who was playing it on his own and that. We went, oh, here you go. And he was like, fully like, oh my God, so thank you so much. And I thought about it, and I was like, people could have been horrible most of the day to him. You know, and it could have been, like, he would have been silent and he would have been upset.
Yeah.
And that would have been a nice thing to do, you know, give him a little token. He was like, oh, yeah, thank you so much. Like, cool. He was proper happy about that. And it was nice. It's just a nice thing to do. It doesn't cost anything to be nice.
Honestly, it makes you feel good, doesn't it? Like, it's like, oh, I feel good.
But do you think that's selfish?
What, to feel good after helping someone else?
Yeah. That is a selfish feeling to have. Because then, you say you're not doing it for no reason, yeah? But you are technically doing it for a reason, to feel good. I don't know, actually. No, I guess intent, again, it goes back to the intentions.
Yeah.
Doesn't your intention is good.
Doesn't it motivate you to want to do that more, to help more people out?
I don't think motivate me. It's a nice thing to do, yeah, but...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. It goes back to intentions. If your intent is, I want good karma, you're not going to get good karma, mate. Like, honestly. Because there's been people that are like, oh, do this, it's good. Like, you'll get good karma. I'm like, it's a really bad way of looking at it. Why don't you just help someone to help them? You know? And then let the karma thing sort itself out. Like, you don't...
Yeah, but you're only looking at
mind.
it with your point of view. When you say stuff like that.
That's true.
You know?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to cut that out. Anyways.
No, it's okay. Like, I'm sure most people would have thought it the way like that, but I don't know. That's what I think anyway.
It does depend on circumstances and things as well.
Yeah. Well, can I... What was the question? What was my question?
Can you be happy for others?
Can I be happy for others? Yeah, 100%. I love being happy for others. I feel like being happy for others is feeling the joy that they have with their good things that's going on with them. Being part of, like, even not even being part of it, just feeling like, you know, when you feel empowered because of something someone else does and you're like, yes, you did it. I've been here for this journey and you've done it. You feel like, that's so good. Like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Like, all of that. It's very empowering, that feeling. Like, and especially when you feel that for someone else, it's like, it's almost on another level. Because I feel like when it's with yourself, when you make your own little, like, happiness, like, you know,
you can kind of get stuck in your own bubble or like self-criticize and stuff. But when it's with someone else, you're like, you did it. Like, you know, uplift them.
Yeah, it's cool. I enjoy that. Just that feeling, being in there. Well, anyways, this has been the HNU podcast. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Like the video, subscribe, and share. Share if you like it.
If you like it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
See you next week.
See
Bye.
you next week. Peace.